How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to be grading every single set of away fans to come to the City Ground this season. I've been planning to do this video for literally months. So if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to Rads if you're new. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers, so please help me out. That would be unreal. Can we get it before we go up on the 29th? Let's just rephrase that. Can we get it before the playoff final? I've only missed 3 home games this season, thankfully, all at the start of the season when things weren't exactly the best. Let's just say that. They were Middlesbrough, Blackburn and Bournemouth, not in that order, the other way around actually. And yeah, 2 of them I was on holiday and 1 of them I just generally couldn't get to it. So yeah, it wasn't because we were doing crap. I just thought, I'm not going to go. Because I went to games under Houghton at the start of the year. So it's not like I was just one of these fans that's just turning up because we're doing well. Far from it. I was going to do this on tier list, but I just thought, let's be a bit more original than just copying every single other YouTuber. So a little fancy graphic will appear here. We'll start with the cup competitions and then we'll do the league. I'm doing this on a scale from A star to D minus. Bradford City, B. I think they deserve a B. They've bought 1,000 fans. It was a half empty City Ground on purpose. We weren't quite that bad that only 11,000 turned up to that game. But when they scored, it was pretty decent limbs. It was a great free kick as well. And Bradford actually played really well against us, I thought. So fair play to them. I think we'll give them a B grade. The next round of the League Cup was Wolves, a 4-0 defeat for Forest, but an amazing set of away fans. They had the entire of the lower Bridgeford end, and yeah, they definitely made the most of it. They scored 4 goals on us, and even before they scored, they were pretty loud. And this is interesting. There's a few other teams that had the entire lower Bridgeford that I did not think were anywhere near as good as Wolves. So it just shows if you're up for it and you are up for singing, which you should be if you go to an away game, in my opinion, then you can do anything. You can be as loud as you want, no matter how big the set of supporters are. I'm honestly going to give Wolves, I give them an A, not an A star, an A. FA Cup, Arsenal, they brought 4.4 thousand fans, the biggest set of fans to come to Forest this season. Now, for the first 3 rounds of the FA Cup out of 4, I was sitting further away from the away end, so that might have played a little bit of a part, but I don't think it was anything too major. All I heard Arsenal sing, really, were, "We're the famous Arsenal, we're going to Wembley." No, you're not, because we beat you. And then you sang, "Arsenal, Arsenal, Arsenal." Can you just be a bit more original, you know? I'm going to grade Arsenal a C minus. Leicester City, a team that potentially next season, if we're in the same league as them, might become a bit more of an intense rivalry. I don't think it will never get to the level of Derby, but this is the thing, if we start playing Leicester more, I think that rivalry will be reignited just a little bit. But as for their away fans, we absolutely demolished them 4-1. I can't even believe how good that game was. I mean, every game's been insane, but that one was just next level. They did score. They went relatively mad, but they were 3-0 down already. They sang some pretty decent songs like the Vichai Chan, which I thought was really cool, really touching as well. Away end was alright, slightly better than Arsenal, so I'll go for a C+, I think. Huddersfield in the Cup bought 1.9 thousand fans, in the league 1.1 thousand, but I think in the league they were better. I'll grade them in just a moment, but in the Cup, I don't think they were as good. They were saying K, Sarah, whatever will be, but you didn't actually get to Wembley. So that was a bit awkward, really. Really, when they scored, yeah, they were doing what an away end should do. Very lively, very loud, but we silenced them. And that happens a lot throughout this video. I'm going to say that quite a bit. I'll give Huddersfield, I mean, they had less fans than Arsenal and Leicester, but I think they were probably better. So I think I'll give Huddersfield just a C. So again, all 3 of these cup games and the FA Cup just in the middle. Liverpool, I was sitting in my regular seat for this game, so I was closer to them. That made no difference in terms of me hearing them because I could not hear them. Now, was it a case of Forest fans out singing them? That probably was one of the cases, but in general, Forest are loud every single game. I mean, I literally had a headache after the Sheffield game the other day. It was also probably mental exhaustion from watching that game. But yeah, other teams that brought down fans have been just as loud or near it, and I've still been able to hear them. Liverpool, apart from when they scored, they were silent. The famous Liverpool atmosphere, it just is a myth. You'll Never Walk Alone is genuinely amazing. But after that, it dies off significantly. There was flares, it was mad when they scored, but that was it, literally. Okay, onto the league. We'll do it in order of where each team finished. Starting with Fulham, absolutely awful. 1.5 thousand fans on a Sunday. I suppose that's all right for a Sunday, but they won 4-0 and they acted like they were just scraping a result, and they weren't the best at all. Forest did not deserve to lose 4-0. But Fulham did that so many times this season. They won 7-0 3 times. And I do get it, in the sense that if you score loads and loads of goals, eventually it kind of becomes the norm and you're not even that arsed when you score, especially when you get to like 4-5-0. When Forest scored 5 past Swansea, the 5th goal, it was nowhere near as intense as the second goal when we took the lead, but it was still more impactful than what this Fulham atmosphere was. I did not see Bournemouth, of course, so on to Huddersfield. In the league, I'm going to go and give them probably a C+, slightly better than the Cup atmosphere, even though they had about 800 less fans. I thought they were better. There was a flair when they scored. They went pretty mad. I think they were goading the Forest fans a little bit as well. They're singing a fair amount. Sheffield United, I grade both their games in one go. In the league, they bought 1.9 thousand fans. In the playoff, just over 2,000. So I do actually think, again, even though it is incredibly fine margins, as Chris Hughton would say, the league game where they actually bought slightly a smaller amount of fans, they were slightly better. Honestly, a star in the league. I thought they were amazing. They were singing non-stop when they scored, absolute scenes, and it was an evening game as well. There's a little bit of a rivalry between Forest and Sheffield United as well. Nothing intense or scary, but there is a rivalry there, and I think that did help it. In the playoff game, when they scored both their goals, I watched the Shore and View vlog, because I like to watch other vlogs from the away perspective, and they were singing non-stop. But also, it's probably a bit of a Liverpool situation. Forest were just out singing them. We were even louder, so maybe that's why I don't think they were as good. But I'll give them a B+. It's still a good grade. Luton, very forgettable. Probably a C-. 1.4 thousand fans on a midweek game, and 0-0. Samba played an absolute blunder in that game. They should have won it though, Luton, really. They had the chances to, and they won. I don't really remember them singing at all. So maybe C- is a little bit polite, but I don't think they're like D worthy. They're probably a little bit better than that. Middlesbrough and Blackburn, I did not see, of course, on to Millwall. I'm not going to do it again. How many times have I impersonated the Millwall chant on this channel? Too many times. That is all I did though. 1.2 thousand fans on a Saturday is really quite poor. Both teams started the season quite badly, of course, particularly Forest. You can still be crap and still get behind your team really, really well. And I just don't think Millwall really did that. And ultimately they had a good season, but I wasn't that impressed with Millwall, really. West Brom, they bought 1.7 thousand fans on a midweek game, by the way. So that's more than some teams that played us on a Saturday away. And honestly, they lost 4-0, but I don't even think they were too bad. Like, they were doing some quite horrible chants towards the board. Not insulting or anything, but it just shows the state of their club. They were saying, sack the board. We've got the ball, that kind of thing, chants you don't really want to be hearing. And what I thought was really funny is when we were playing Depeche Mode at the end, there was a few West Brom fans joining in. They were like dancing in the away, and that's how bad they were. I'll give them a C+, West Brom. On to QPR, they bought 1,000 fans again for a midweek game. So interesting how it varies. Some teams, regardless of when it is, they bring a load of fans. Some teams don't bring as many. QPR, when they scored, it was pretty good limbs in the away end, but we silenced them in the second half. Like I mentioned earlier on, we do that quite a bit, and as a result of that, I think basically the first half we're right up there, but second half not quite as good. So I think we'll just go C+. Coventry. And this is all you need to know. I've graded some teams that have had big allocations but lost quite low down, like Arsenal, for instance. Coventry had 2,000 fans, the maximum allocation for a regular league game, and I think they're some of the best fans to come to Forest this season. A star, absolutely brilliant, to be honest. Singing non-stop. Second half, not quite so much, but we were already in control. But the first half, when they were actually getting quite a few chances, it was a lot more evenly matched. I thought Cover really, really good, and I watched Matt SB's vlog, really good channel, go and check him out. Just some really good content, to be fair to him. And I thought, yeah, fair enough. Really, really good. Preston, one extremity to the other. 1.9 thousand fans. Can we just take that into consideration? That is pretty much a sold out away end. I've graded Sheffield and Coventry, basically sold out away ends, right up here. Preston, the same allocation. They're one of the worst. D, quite frankly. They were silent. I kid you not. I can't remember them singing once in 90 minutes. They lost 3-0, but other teams lost and they still sang. So horrendous support, quite frankly, from Preston. If that annoys you, then that's your own fault, quite frankly. Stoke City, they bought pretty much a sold out allocation. It's quite a short journey, really, isn't it, from Stoke to Forest. Very, very good fans. I think I'll give them an A, not quite an A star. When they scored what they thought was a late winner, they went pretty mental. And I've seen other people say Stoke have got pretty good away end followings. So, yeah, fair play to Stoke. Senna had a really bang average season again. Very good following on the road. 15th place was Swansea City. They lost 5-1, which really did not help. They were singing anti-English chants, the Welsh national anthem, that kind of thing. But other than that, I don't really feel too strongly about their away support. They weren't really singing that much. Yes, they lost 5-1, which certainly didn't help. So I think I'll probably give them a C-, not quite a D, but a C- from Swansea. On to Blackpool, one of the best teams to come to the City Ground this season. 1.7 thousand fans, A star. On a Saturday it was, so that probably helped a little bit. But honestly, orange flares, absolute scenes when they scored the equaliser. And again, they lost, and I'm grading them right up there, just like Coventry as well. So the result really is secondary. It's up to you whether you want to be, into it or not. Bristol City, again, another forgettable one, really. What would I grade them? Probably a C-, 1.4 thousand fans. It was a very, very standard routine win for Forest. Don't really remember much that they actually did, quite frankly. Cardiff City, we played them on Sunday at 2:30, a really stupid kickoff time, and yeah, they brought a fair amount of fans, 1.6 thousand supporters, and we played them right at the start of the season before they also, pretty much as soon as Forest became good, went on an absolutely diabolical run of form and lost 8 in a row, and they never really got going after that at all. And more to the point, the fans, I thought they were pretty loud, singing the Welsh national anthem like Swansea did. But I've got to say, between the two Welsh teams in the Championship, Cardiff do definitely win. 19th was Hull City. I'm a little bit 50-50 with Hull, really. I don't really know what to grade them. I've been thinking like B-, C+. I'm not really too sure. They were pretty good. When they scored just before half-time, a great goal from Keane Potter completely caught us off guard. Yeah, they went pretty mad. And, saying it was their first year back in the Championship, and they were beating Forest away, it was pretty good, and they've got a pretty good record. How many times can I say pretty? They've got a good record at Forest, to be honest, Hull, over the years, and honestly, they were on a good run of form at the time, so that definitely did help. So I think I'll be polite, a B-. Birmingham, 1.9 thousand fans. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? They bought pretty much a sold out away end. There's quite a few teams that bought a sold out away end, and they were silent. I don't remember them singing once, quite frankly. The highlight of Birmingham's away end was them being incredibly triggered towards Kieran Davis, which was really funny, quite frankly. 4 more teams left. Reading, absolutely horrendously bad. I don't care about Reading FC at all, but it annoyed me how bad they were. They bought 1,000 fans, so a small allocation compared to some of the teams that come down to our ground, but my God, they were awful. Bray's going to have a field day listening to this. I know he is. They didn't sing once. I kid you not, they did not sing once in the entire match. Okay, they were 1-0 down within 17 seconds. They lost 4-0. But come on, you could sing a little bit. They did not sing once. D-, absolutely awful, mate. Seriously. Crap. On to the relegated teams. Peterborough United, a sold out away, and they were better than Birmingham. Definitely better than Reading. The first half in that game, Peterborough were actually the better side. They could have quite easily have been winning, and they were definitely responding to that. The second half, again, another team that we silenced in terms of their away end, and they were really quiet, and They're going to be back in League One next season, but you know they did a relatively good job at Forest, but nothing special. So I think I'll give them probably a C. Derby. Who knows when we'll next see this team come to the City Ground? Probably not for a while. Credit where credit's due. They bought a sold-out away end, and yeah, they were pretty good, to be honest. A C+, a B-, probably we'll give them a B-, I think. B-. They were pretty good. They were pretty loud. Goading Forest fans, of course. We were better than them, obviously, by a country mile, but they were pretty good for an away end. And the final set of fans, it's interesting, this one. Without a shadow of a doubt, the smallest allocation that came to Forest this season, Barnsley. 642 fans. That is by a country mile the smallest amount of fans to come to our ground. Honestly, the fact that I don't even think they were as bad as Fulham, Reading and Preston says an awful amount about those three clubs. Get your act together, lads. Come on. I'm going to give them... I mean, they still had a poor allocation in terms of numbers. C-, maybe a C. Probably a C-. They didn't really... They couldn't have been that loud, but they were genuinely louder than Reading. Right, that's the video over. I'm sure I've wound up quite a few rival fans. If I have, then please get over it. This is just a fun video that is literally about away ends that I've seen this season. If you have enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to Rads if you're new, you know what to do. Let's get to 3K. I really want to get to 3K because we're so close. It would be so good if we could do that. Follow my socials, links in the description. I'm close to 600 followers on Twitter as well, so yeah, go and do that. There's a very special video coming on the channel very soon in anticipation for the playoff final. I'm really, really excited to share it with you all. Something I've not really done before ever. So yeah, hopefully it goes down well. And the playoff final itself, I've got so many emotions going through my head. Pride, being scared of the result. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Get ready for that vlog. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone. I'll see you very soon.